Sharon here. So, I talk to a lot of my clients about grief, and like in the previous two videos where I talked to you some about grief, I just want to emphasize a little bit more today about learning how to adjust in your grief. Most people always use the terminology that I want to fix my grief. I want to get over it. And I just have to continue to reiterate to you all that grief is something you adjust to. If you keep focusing on trying to simply get over it, and then say, for example, you have a day where it feels like it just happened a moment ago, you will keep telling yourself that you're not getting better. That doesn't mean you're not getting better. It means that you just have to continue to adjust to it. Losing a mother, losing a father, losing a child, losing a job, losing a marriage, losing your mind, whatever form of loss that it is, you have to think along the lines of learning how to adjust. When it gives you all of the 5 steps or the 5 different things that you may go through if you're grieving, when it talks about like anger, let's just talk about anger for just a moment, right? Most of the time, and we're going to just speak about anger in regards to losing a loved one and that form of grief, that form of loss. Most of the time, people get angry. You get angry at, say, the doctors, you get angry at the nurses. And I'm not talking about situations where somebody has done something and you felt it was intentional. I'm talking about situations where, as time goes on and you learn how to adjust, you know that it was not their fault. But when you first go through that level of loss, you're looking for somebody to blame. So you go through that stage of anger, being angry at everybody and anything, because you just simply don't understand why that person is no longer here. I just want to share with you all. Some may like this, some may not, but it doesn't make it any less the truth. We all have an expiration date. We all have a time where God is going to call us home. I am starting to realize that it's better when we come to realize things that are actual truth. Truth. The truth is, we all are going to pass away. Does that make it any easier when someone you love, excuse me, does that make it any easier when someone you love passes away, knowing that we're all going to die? No, it doesn't. And I'm not trying to make light at all of how you feel. I am trying to just get you to understand that when you know that something is a part of life, it makes it just a little bit lighter when we come into radical acceptance of that than to always try to fight it. When you go through that stage of anger after you've lost a loved one, if you are not a person that is emotionally intelligent, that knows how to manage or regulate their emotions, you can stay in certain stages of grief way too long. Now you could be saying, who are you to tell me how long I can be angry? I'm not on here trying to tell you how long you can be angry, but I am saying this, that if you allow that anger to consume you, it will run through every area of your life. And you'll find yourself no longer living, but only surviving because you stopped living the day you lost that person. I am only here to help you to heal and to let you know that healing is possible. I understand and I know that there are some losses that literally, as I said before, suffocate you. They could make you feel like your life is over. But I just want you to know that there is hope even inside of that level of pain. But if we don't deal with our anger, if we don't come into radical acceptance that death is inevitable for us all, if we don't understand that we have to allow ourselves to be able to go through the processes, not stay in one longer than we're supposed to, but to go through these different steps. And some of you may not even go through these steps. This may not be your process, and this may not be the video for you. But if you find yourself in anything that I said, I hope that this helps you, because grieving is to be adjusted to. It is not something that you fix. And adjusting means going through the process of healing from the loss. It doesn't mean suppressing it. It doesn't mean avoiding it, but actually going through it. On my page, on my www.helptohealservices.com, there is something on there that's called the Grace Framework. Now, I didn't create that Grace Framework necessarily for grief, but it does actually help you to learn how to manage your emotions better. So if you know that you have lost somebody and you are having just a very hard time dealing with anybody, everything for you is anger. Every rebuttal, every response is out of anger. Go look at that Grace Framework on my website. And I hope that when you look at it, that you look at it with an open mind. Because when I get on here, I'm not trying to judge you. I'm not trying to push you into something that you're not ready for. But I am simply trying to get people to see that healing is possible. Hope, restoration is possible. And that no matter how deep the wound, it can heal. I hope you have the most amazing day.